Hello again. Welcome back. Welcome to a new program. Welcome to another class. Welcome to class number 185. Yes, we have completed so far 184 classes. We have only 11 classes left. So, it won't be long. It won't be long. Yeah, it won't be long. No se tarda mucho. It won't be long until we have finished everything. All right, we have finished the intermediate level, which means you have to make a decision about continuing at the advanced level or stopping now and saying, I have a level that's good enough. It depends on what your aspirations are in life. It depends if you are an ambitious person who wants to get ahead in life, to progress. If you are the type of person who really wants to overcome the obstacles in life and achieve your objectives and to set interesting objectives and achieve them in life, to make your moment on this planet fun, stimulating, interesting, exciting, worth living, then I recommend that you not stop now. I recommend that you continue. And if you're not an official student, I recommend that you become one. It costs a little bit of money, not too much, but I think it focuses your brain much more. It focuses your mind on the objectives ahead of you, and you learn more. You learn more because you're more focused. You're concentrating more. So, let's begin class 85 with a brief review of class number 84. Camera number 1, please. All right, do you remember? I'm not happy. Pregúntame por qué. How come? I'm not happy because I'm not rich. Oh, well, how come? Why aren't you rich? How come? I'm not rich because I don't have any money. Oh, you don't have any money. Well, how come? I don't have any money because I don't know how to make money. No? Well, how come? I don't know how to make money because I don't have a job. No? You don't have a job? No. Well, how come? I don't have a job because I can't find a job. Oh, that's too bad. I'm sorry. Well, how come? I can't find a job because it's impossible. It's impossible. How come? Because nobody wants to hire me. Nobody wants to hire me. Oh, no? Nobody wants to hire you? Oh, how come? Why doesn't anybody want to hire you? Well, nobody wants to hire me because I'm not qualified. No? Well, how come? I'm not qualified because I don't know how to do anything. Oh, yeah? You don't know how to do anything? Well, how come? I don't know how to do anything because I never learned how to do anything. No? Well, how come? Well, I never learned how to do anything because I didn't go to school. You didn't go to school? How come? I didn't go to school because I didn't have the opportunity. You didn't have the opportunity? Well, how come? Well, because I had to work. You had to work when you were a child? How come? Well, because my father couldn't work. Your father couldn't work? Oh, well, how come? Because he couldn't find a job. Your father couldn't find a job? How come? Because he didn't know how to do anything. He didn't know how to do anything? Well, how come? Ad infinitum, okay, etc., etc. Okay, it's a very sad story. But how come is a different way of English in saying why. Yeah. I don't usually drink water during class. Well, how come? Because it distracts the viewer. Besides, it takes a little bit of time away from the class. And some people are paying for these classes. So for me to take 5-10 seconds to drink some water is not being very respectful for the people who are paying for this class. Well, how come? Well, because if you pay for something and then the people don't give you what you want, you're angry, aren't you? Well, it depends. All right. Well, but I come here every day. Every day? How come? I come here because I have to teach. on the TV. Well, how come? Well, because if I don't teach, then nobody else will teach in my place. Well, how come? Because they want Vaughan to teach. They want me to be the lead teacher, the leader teacher. How come? Well, because the television channel includes my name. It does? How come? You're asking a lot of questions. It's because I have invested in this TV station. Really? How come? Because I think it's a good idea. Aprende Inglés Tuve, I think it's a very good idea. Oh yeah? Well, how come? Because people need to learn English. Yeah? How come? Because English is important. Really? How come? Because the world of business, science, technology, art, engineering, etc. is based on English. It's the lingua franca of the world for the moment. Yeah? How come? Oh, there are historical reasons. Because England, the British had a big empire, and then the Americans had a big empire, and so the English language has propagated more than other languages. Really? Okay. Okay. So I come to this show, and I do half of the time, I spend the time teaching here because I think it's important. Well, how come? Because this TV channel is important for me. Well, really? How come? Because it's the only 24-hour-a-day English teaching channel in the world. Really? How come? Well, because there aren't any others in the world. Really? Well, how come? Because it seems that nobody else has the ability or the creativity to create a channel like this. Really? How come? To tell you the truth, I don't know why. Esa pregunta me lo hago yo también. I ask myself that question too. I have a radio and I have this television station together with Edmundo. The radio is mine. Now, why? How come nobody else does it? I think it's because of the quality of the teachers we have and the creativity and innovation among the people who work in Vaughan and who work in Aprende Inglés Tuve. We're very innovative and we work very hard. So if you want to know how come or why, it's because we're the best, in my opinion. We're the best. We're better than all the rest. And so I believe that when you ask, how come? Why are we the only ones? It's because that we're the only ones truly capable of doing this with quality. That's how come. All right. I'll be back in just a few minutes.
Hello, friends, and welcome to class number 185. Now, this course is 195 classes long, which means that we only have 10 classes left. Wow. Well, yes, 10 classes. So I'm here today with Luca. How are you, Luca?
I'm fine, thank you.
And Luca and I and you, together, we are going to practice yesterday's material, class number 184. And it starts with how come, which is the same as why. Why? How come you're here today, Luca?
Because I have to.
You don't have to be here. Nobody forced you.
Okay.
Because you want to learn English, right?
Okay, that's a better answer.
Yeah. How come they're watching? How come they're watching at home, Luca?
Because they want to learn English.
Right. How come you're watching the show? Kyle, I'm watching the show because I want to improve my English, right? So, why? It's the same as why. So here, I'm going to give you a question with why, and you can change it to how come.
Okay.
Okay? No problem?
No problem.
Okay. Why didn't she call them?
How come didn't she call
How come she didn't?
How come she didn't call him?
Them.
She didn't call them.
How come she didn't call them? Ask me that question. How come she didn't call them? Good. For you at home, why don't they just speak Spanish? How come they don't just speak Spanish? It would be easier, wouldn't it, if everyone just spoke Spanish? Wouldn't it be easier?
Yes, it would be easier.
Yeah. How come? How come they don't just speak Spanish? Okay. Why doesn't she like driving?
How come she doesn't like driving?
How come she doesn't like driving? Why does it snow so often in Canada?
How come it snows so often in Canada?
Yeah. How come it snows so often in Canada? Again?
How come it snows so often in Canada?
Good, 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 good. Why isn't he trying harder? Why isn't he trying harder? How come? How, right? How. Not ho, but how. How come he isn't trying harder? Yeah. Why can't we all go together?
How come we cannot go all together?
Why can't why can't we all go together?
How come we cannot go all together?
We can't all go.
We can all go together.
How come we can't all go together? One more time.
How come
We can't
we can't go all
all go.
we can't all go together?
Right, how come? I don't know. Okay. Why don't I have the same accent as Fitz?
How come you don't have the same accent as Fitz?
Yeah. Kyle, how come you both speak English? How come you don't have the same accent as Fitz? And what's the answer?
Because you are from different parts.
We're from different countries. He's Irish and I'm Canadian. So yeah, we have different accents. How come? Why? How come? How come? How come? How come? Why? Well, it's time to move on to the next part. Kyle, how come it's time to move on to the next? Well, it's time to move on because we only have 3 more minutes. Here we have the use of the word just. Just, in the sense of solo. And here it can be replaced by only. For example, I bought 1 sandwich. You just bought 1 sandwich. Yeah, I wasn't very hungry, so I just bought one small sandwich, right?
Right.
I only saw the first movie.
I just saw the first movie.
Yeah, I just saw the first movie. I didn't see the second one or the third one. I only ate breakfast today. I'm starving because I only ate breakfast today.
You just ate breakfast today.
Today, yeah, nothing else. Because if you say you just ate breakfast, the other meaning of just is acabar de. Right? I ate breakfast 10 minutes ago. You just ate breakfast. So depending on the context, but here we're talking about I just ate breakfast, nothing else. I didn't eat lunch. Well, I haven't had lunch yet. Haven't had dinner either. I just ate breakfast. Right? That's why I'm so hungry. Okay? I've gone to Paris once.
I just went to Paris.
I've gone to Paris once. I've
just gone to Paris.
Once.
Once.
Yes. She has worked with 2 of them. Not 3 or 4, 2 of them.
She has just worked with 2 of them.
Worked.
She has just worked with 2 of them.
She's just worked with 2 of them, yes. He used 1 pen all year. He used just 1 pen, or he just used 1 pen all year. It's amazing. A whole year. He drove the same car for 18 years.
He just drove the same car for 8 years.
18 years.
18 years.
He just drove the same car for 18 years. He didn't buy a new one. Great job, Luca.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. And good job to you. We'll see you soon. Bye-bye.
Okay. Since when have you been a student of mine? I've been a teacher of yours for the past 8 months, since last October, I believe. But since when have you been an official student? Since when? Ask me since when I've been married. Richard, since when have you been married? Or how long have you been married? I've been married since 1977. since the next to last day of 1977. All right. Since when have you been teaching on camera 2? Well, I've been teaching on camera 2 only for about 35 or 40 seconds. Well, then why don't you change to camera 1? Sure, no problem. I'll change now. Let's go. All right. Since when? Since when is desde cuándo, como en español. Since when? Since when have you? Se suele usar el pretérito perfecto, el presente perfecto en inglés. Since when have you been studying English? En inglés americano, muchas veces, como en español, usamos el presente. ¿Desde cuándo estudias inglés? Since when do you study? Pero normalmente es como una sorpresa. ¿Desde cuándo estudias tu inglés? ¿Desde cuándo eres tú el rey de la casa? Since when are you the king of the house? Since when do you study English? But when it's not a surprise question or of this type, we use the present perfect. Ask me since when I've been in Spain. Richard, since when have you been in Spain? Or, how long have you been in Spain? All right. I've been in Spain since 1974 permanently. I came 2 years earlier as a student, but I've been here since 1974. Okay. Yeah. I'm married. Since when? Since when? Well, I've been married since 1977. I'm a father. Oh, really? You're a father? Yes, I'm a father. Well, since when? Since 1980. So I've been a father for 30 years. Wow. Not true. I've been a father for 29 and a half years. Okay. Yes. I teach English. Really? Well, since when? Since when? Since 1974. Yes, I've been teaching English since 1974. Yeah. I own a radio station. Really? You own a radio station? Yes. Well, since when? Well, I've owned a radio station since 2003. Yeah. I'm part owner of a TV station. Really? Well, since when? Since late 2007. Yeah, since late 2007. Yes. I have a new car. Congratulations, new car. Since when? Well, I've had my new car since last November. Since last November. All right. I have 2 children. You have 2 children? Now, well, since when? Well, I've had 2 children since 1984. My second child, my son, was born in 1984. Okay. I live in a convent, in a converted convent. Really? Since when? Well, I've been living in that converted convent since 2002, 2003. I don't remember. Okay. And I start work every morning at 7:30. At 7:30? Since when? Well, since always. I've always started work. Well, no, I've been starting work at 7:30 for about 15 years maybe. Before that I started at 8 o'clock. And before that I started at 7 o'clock. And then at 7:30. I've started always very early. I like to leave home early. All right? I'm planning to buy a house on the Gulf Coast in Texas. Really? Well, since when? Since when? Well, I've been planning to do that for the past 2 years, since 2007. No, since 2008. Yeah. I've been planning to. I haven't bought a house yet, but I've been looking. Okay. And you know, lately I've been thinking about retiring, you know. I'm thinking about the possibility of retiring. Really? You retiring? Well, since when have you been thinking about that possibility? Well, I've been thinking about it for the past 10 years. I've been thinking about it for the past 10 years. Since the year 2000, at least since the year 2000, I've been thinking about it. Okay, and why haven't you retired yet? because I have too many obligations. It's not easy for me to say goodbye to everything and to disappear. So I haven't made the decision yet, all right? But I'm planning to buy my retirement home. Yeah. Really? Well, since when have you been planning to buy your retirement home? Well, for the past 2 years, I've been thinking about buying a new retirement home. Why not? And I'm planning to sell the house I have in the convent. Really? Since when? Well, I told you, I've been thinking about that for the past 2 years. I've been thinking about that since 2008. All right? And I've been teaching English on TV. Really? Since when? Well, since when? Let's see. I've been teaching English. I've been teaching this on TV since 2005 or 2006, I think. Yeah. I remember my first class in my life on TV. It was easy. It's like teaching a normal class. It's easy. My God. Of course, when I taught my first class on television, I had already accumulated 30,000 hours of class. So for me to teach English is like walking down the street. It's something, it's part of my nature. It's like chewing gum, teaching English, so it was not difficult for me. Now, I've been using this cup. I use this cup, really, well, since when have you been using this cup? I've been using this cup since the beginning of Cuatro Punto Cero. Yeah, I've been using it since last October. I've been using it for the past 8 months, all right? And these pencils? I've been using these pencils also. Well, since when? Since the beginning, since last October. For the past 8 months, I've been using these pencils. Since when? Since last October. Excuse me, since when? Since last October. Oh, okay, fine. Yeah. And I've been using these papers the entire time. Really? Since when? Since last October too? Yeah, these materials. Yeah, I've been using them for a long time. Yeah, I've been using them for 8 months. Since when? Since last October. Okay. And we've had sponsors. You've had sponsors since when? Since the beginning, since last October. And now I'll pass you to one or several of our sponsors. Question. Richard, how long have you been teaching English? Me? For 35 years. Since when? Since 1974. Excuse me, since when? Since 1974. I've been a teacher since 1974. And how long have you known Maria? I've known Maria since last October. Excuse me, since when? Since last October. For 8 months. And how long have you been teaching on TV? I've been teaching on TV for 5 years. Since when? Since about 2005. Yeah. Excuse me, since when? Since 2005, yeah. And now it's time for me to say goodbye to all my family. Okay, but I'll be back in just a few minutes after our next teacher. So, see you later.
Hello there, and welcome to class 185. My name's David Waddell, and today we're going to look at a question, ¿desde cuándo? ¿Desde cuándo? And with me here today is Annette. How are you today, Annette?
Fine, thank you.
Are you well?
Yes, I am.
Good. So how do you say ¿desde cuándo?
Since when?
Since when? Perfecto. Muy bien. So what I'm going to do in this class is give you lots and lots of questions with desde cuándo, and I want you to translate them with since when. But be very careful, because often we follow since when with the present perfect. Fíjate, the present perfect. Yeah? Pretérito perfecto, whatever you say. Yeah? So, for example, if I say cuándo, desde cuándo me conoces, desde cuándo me conoces, it would be since when have you known me? Since when have you known me? Yeah? Repeat. Since when have you
Since
known
when
me?
have you known me?
Very good. Repeat.
Since when have you known me?
Perfect. In casa, repeat. Since when have you known me? Very good. Since when have you known me? Yeah, so it's a little bit different. The translation is not direct. Let's see how we go with the rest of the questions. Okay, ¿desde cuándo estás estudiando este curso? ¿Desde cuándo estás estudiando este curso? A ver, hay que cambiar el tiempo verbal. A ver. Okay, Annette. ¿Desde cuándo estás estudiando este curso?
Since when are you studying?
No, present perfect.
Since when have you been
Yes.
studying this course?
Very good. Repeat.
Since when have you been studying this course?
Very good. Since when have you been studying this course? Since when have you been studying this course? Repeat. Very good. And Annette, one more time.
Since when have you been studying this course?
Very good. Since when have you been studying this course? ¿Desde cuándo? The next one. ¿Desde cuándo llevas gafas? ¿Desde cuándo llevas gafas? A ver. Llevar. Primero llevar. What's llevar?
To
wear. To wear. So, ¿desde cuándo llevas gafas?
Since when have you been wearing
Glasses.
Since when have you been wearing glasses?
Perfect. One more time.
Since when have you been wearing glasses?
Since when have you been wearing glasses? Since when have you been wearing glasses? One more time.
Since when have you been wearing glasses?
Very good. In casa, repeat. Since when have you been wearing glasses? Repeat. Very good. Since when have you been wearing glasses? Okay, the next one. ¿Desde cuándo eres un experto en inglés? ¿Desde cuándo eres un experto en inglés? A ver. Okay, ¿desde cuándo eres un experto en inglés?
Since when are you?
No, present
Since when
perfect.
have you been an expert in English?
Very good. Okay, since when have you been an expert in English? Have you been? Repeat.
Since when have you been an expert in English?
Good. We have to change the tense. We have to change the tiempo verbal to present perfect. So one more time.
Since when have you been an expert in English?
Good. Okay. Since when have you been an expert in English? Repeat. Very good. Okay. ¿Desde cuándo eres un experto en chino? Very good. ¿Desde cuándo eres un experto en chino?
Since when have you been an expert in Chinese?
Very good. Repeat.
Since when have you been an expert in Chinese?
Good. You almost said, are you? But no, you said, have you? You corrected yourself right at the last second. That's very good. So, since when have you been an expert in Chinese? Repeat.
Since when have you been an expert in Chinese?
Very good. Perfect. Annette. Okay, the next one. ¿Desde cuándo eres experto en japonés? A ver. Very good. ¿Desde cuándo eres un experto en japonés?
Since when have you been an expert in Japanese?
Perfect. Since when have you been an expert in Japanese? Repeat.
Since when have you been an expert in Japanese?
Perfecto. Muy bien. Another one. ¿Desde cuándo montas en moto? ¿Está bien dicho esto? Sí, ¿no? Montas en moto. ¿Desde cuándo montas en moto? A ver. Montar. ¿Cómo se dice montar? El verbo montar.
To ride.
To ride, okay, but it's an irregular verb. What's the participle that we're going to have to say? Ride, the past is
have risen.
not risen, but with D, ridden.
Ridden, of course.
Ridden.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so ¿desde cuándo montas en moto? Since when?
Since when have you ridden on the motorcycle?
You say, yeah, since when have you ridden a motorbike? A motorbike is more common, yeah? So since when have you ridden a motorbike?
Since when have you ridden a motorbike?
And again.
Since when have you ridden a motorbike?
Motorbike, motor, not motor.
Motorbike.
Motorbike.
Since when have you ridden a motorbike?
Motor.
Motorbike.
Motorbike. One more time.
Since when have you ridden a motorbike?
Bike. Okay, I suppose in America they say motorbike, motorbike with an R, motorbike. We say motorbike. In England we say motorbike. So since when have you ridden a motorbike? Repeat. Excellent, very good. Okay, ¿desde cuándo montas en caballo? A ver, mismo verbo, ¿sí? Very good. ¿Desde cuándo montas en caballo?
Since when have you ridden horse.
A horse. Since when have you ridden a horse? Repeat.
Since when have you ridden a horse?
Very good. Since when have you ridden a horse? Repeat. Very good. Since when have you ridden a horse? Another one. ¿Desde cuándo le conoces a mi jefe? ¿Está bien dicho, no? Ok, venga. Very good. ¿Desde cuándo le conoces a mi jefe?
Since when have you known my boss?
Very good. Since when have you known my boss? Repeat.
Since when have you known my boss?
Perfect. And again.
Since when have you known my boss?
This is a very interesting question. Since when have you known my boss? Since when? Since or for how long? For
4 years ago.
for 4 years.
For 4 years ago.
Not without a go. For 4 years.
For 4 years.
I've known him for 4 years, or I've known him since the year 2000, whatever, yeah?
Okay.
But not for 4 years
Oh.
ago, yeah? 4 years ago, I met him, yeah? But I've known him, present perfect,
For 4
for
years.
4 years. Okay, so you've known him for quite a long time. Very good, okay. ¿Desde cuándo estás casada? ¿Desde cuándo estás casada? Okay, ¿desde cuándo estás casada?
Since when have you been married?
Very good. Since when have you been married? Since when have you been married? Repeat.
Since when have you been married?
Perfect. And again.
Since when have you been married?
Perfect. Since when have you been married? Repeat at home. Very good. Another one. ¿Desde cuándo sabes conducir? ¿Desde cuándo sabes conducir? Now, sabes in this caso is to know how to. Remember, to know how to. So, a ver. So, ¿desde cuándo sabes conducir?
Since when have you known to
how to drive? Venga.
Since when have you known how to drive?
Good. Since when have you known how to drive? Repeat it at home thousands of times, and then you will learn it, I promise. Thank you, Annette. Bye-bye.
Welcome back again. All right. I'm as tired as, I don't know. Yeah. I'm really tired, but I have to continue. So let's change to camera number 1, and we'll look at the expressions as tired, as big, as, etc. It's very easy, but there are certain expressions that we use with this. So, camera 1, please. All right, you know, tan como is as. Soy tan alto como tú. I am as tall as you are. Puedo correr tan rápido como tú. I can run as fast as you can. As a ambos lados. No puedo correr tan rápido como Carl Lewis. I can't run as fast as. Eso no cambia, ni en afirmativo ni negativo. I can't run as fast as Carl Lewis. En los libros antiguos decía can't run so fast en negativo. Pues no. As. In negative and in the affirmative. I can't run as fast as Carl Lewis. Now, we have certain expressions that we use. For example, as cool as a cucumber. Yes. When I teach on TV, I need to be as cool as a cucumber. And when I participate in debates, I need to be as cool as a cucumber. Cool is fresco, pero cool means cabeza fría. A cucumber es un pepino. Cucumber escrito. Cucumber. And we say, ¿tienes la cabeza tan fría como un pepino? Pues en inglés lo decimos aquí. Así, cool. To stay cool, to be cool, means mantener la cabeza fría. All right, to be as cool as a cucumber. And if you are in a public appearance, a public situation, in which you need to perform in front of people, I recommend that you try to be as cool as a cucumber. Don't let people see your nerves. Don't let people notice that you're nervous. Don't get angry or upset. Stay cool. Stay as cool as a cucumber. All right? And in life in general, don't be stubborn. I don't like stubborn people. Stubborn people are hard-headed, obstinado, terco, testarudo, cabezota. We say stubborn escrito, stubborn, stubborn. Stubborn, como quemar. La pronunciación, stubborn, stubborn. Se acentúa la primera sílaba y se alarga un poco. Stubborn. Don't be stubborn. However, some people are very stubborn. And we always say things as stubborn as a mule. Tan terco, tan testudo como un mulo, una mula. As stubborn as a mule. Are you as stubborn as a mule? The people in Aragon, los aragoneses, the Aragonese people are famous. Rightfully or wrongfully, they're famous for being as stubborn as a mule. Are you as stubborn as a mule? Are you as cool as a cucumber? Are you as busy as a bee? Tan atareado como una abeja? A bee. Are you as busy as a bee? As busy as a bee, as stubborn as a mule, as cool as a cucumber. Yes, as deaf as a post. Un poste tan sordo como una tapia, decís aquí. Eres más sordo que una tapia. Pero en inglés decimos, eres tan sordo como un poste. Ok. Es curioso, en español soléis hacer el comparativo. Eres con more. Eres más lento, decís, que el caballo del malo. En inglés no diríamos más lento que, diríamos, eres tan lento como el caballo del malo. You're as slow as the bad guy's horse. Funny expression. That's a Spanish expression. You're as tall as a tree. Maria is as tall as a tree. All right? She's as intelligent as Einstein. And she's as busy as a bee. And sometimes she's as stubborn as a mule. But in her job, she needs to be as cool as a cucumber. All right? As cool as a cucumber. As dry as a bone. For the past 3 years, there has been a drought in Spain. A drought. Drought. In the past 3 years, there has been a drought in Spain. And some areas of Spain are as dry as a bone. When it doesn't rain for a long time, the region in question suffers a drought. D-R-O-U-G-H-T. Pronunciation, drought. Like about, drought. D-R. Yes, and when a region suffers a long drought, 2 years, 3 years, everything becomes dry. And it becomes as dry as a bone. Tan seco como un hueso, decimos en inglés. As dry as a bone. All right? As dry as a bone. And if you're going to give a speech in front of a big audience, on television or in public, and you need to talk about the drought, ladies and gentlemen, many regions of Spain are as dry as a bone. But we need to be as cool as a cucumber in solving this problem. And we need to start working hard. And we need to be as busy as a bee in solving the problem. And if we solve it quickly, we need to solve it as fast as a speeding bullet. And it's not going to be easy. Some things are as easy as cake or as easy as pie. But in this case, no. So we have to be as busy as a bee and as cool as a cucumber and as stubborn as a mule to solve these problems. All right. As busy as a bee, as cool as a cucumber. Do you like cucumbers? I don't. I don't like cucumbers. I hate cucumbers. And especially pickles or gherkins, which are pepinillo. I remember in French you say cornichon in French. Because one time I was driving through France and I stopped at a famous fast food hamburger restaurant, and I ordered a hamburger in French. But I didn't know how to say sin pepinillo. I know how to say sin sans, and I didn't know how to say pepinillo in French. And I said sans ces choses vertes. I said without those green things. And the girl didn't understand me. There were about 5 people behind me waiting, and I needed to express to this person that I didn't know how to say pepinillo in French. And so I said to her, okay, let's build a hamburger together. I was as stubborn as a mule to solve this problem, but at the same time I was as cool as a cucumber. And I said, let's build a hamburger together in French. And I said in French, bread. She said, yes, bread. Meat. Yes, meat. Lettuce. Very well, lettuce. Très bien. Tomate. Tomato. Yes. Onions, des oignons. She said, yes. Eh? I said, cornichon. I said, sans cornichon. Without cucumbers. I was as cool as a cucumber, and I solved it. All right. I'll see you in a few minutes.
Hello there. Nice to see you once again. And again, thank you for joining us. My name is Fitz, and today we're going to begin your class with vocabulary. 5 words, as usual. But we have some help from Annette. How do you feel about helping us?
Fine, thank you.
And you're happy to help with vocabulary?
Yes, of course.
Okay. Are you ready?
Yes, I am.
Are you ready? Okay, let's go. Number 1, youth.
Juventud.
Very good. Youth.
Youth.
Okay, youth. Okay, very good. Youth. Number 2, warning. Warning.
Advertencia.
Very good. Okay, warning, advertencia. And in English?
Warning.
Very good. Number 3, trick.
Truco.
Very good. And in English?
Trick.
Trick. Okay, trick. Number 4, social security.
Seguridad social.
And in English?
Social security.
Very good. Social security. Social security. Number 5, short range.
A corto plazo.
And in English?
Short place.
Short range.
Short range.
Range. One more time.
Short range.
Very good. So short range. Short range. Okay. Now, are you ready for some questions?
Yes,
Okay.
I am.
Okay. So, for example, I'm going to ask you, have you ever been as busy as a bee? Have you ever been as busy as a bee?
Yes, I have
Or I have been?
I have been as busy as a bee.
Excellent. One more time.
I have been as busy as a bee.
And one more time.
I have been as busy as a bee.
Okay. Have you ever been as busy as a bee? How do you say bee?
Abeja.
Okay. Have you ever been as busy as a bee? Yes, I've been as busy as a bee. Are you ready for more questions?
Yes, I am.
Okay. Do you know anyone who is as deaf as a post? A post is un palo.
Yes, I know someone
Excellent.
as deaf.
Who is?
I know someone who is as deaf as a post.
Excellent. One more time.
I know someone who is as deaf as a post.
Excellent. Do you know anyone? Do you know anyone who is as deaf as a post? Yes. I know someone who is as deaf as a post. Will the plants be as dry as a bone if you don't water them? As dry as a bone if you don't water them?
Plants will be as dry as a
bone.
If I don't water them.
Okay, and a bone, ¿qué significa bone? Un hueso.
Bone.
Yes, so
Oh,
as
yes.
dry as a bone. So the plants
As
will be
dry.
as dry as a bone if I don't water them. Okay? Can you run as fast as lightning? Can you run
No,
as
I
fast as
can't
lightning?
run as fast as a lightning.
Okay, and what is lightning?
La luz.
Okay, or when there's a storm?
Relámpago.
Okay, so as fast as lightning. She can't run as fast as lightning. Okay? Do you know anybody who is as slow as a snail? Who is as slow as a snail? What's a snail?
Una víbora. No,
Una
un
caracola, ¿no?
caracol.
Okay, so do you know anyone who's as slow as a snail?
Yes, I know people who is as
People who?
who are. Oh,
No, okay. People who are.
Oh,
The mistake. Annette. People who are as slow as a snail. And
people
again,
who are as slow as a
as
snail.
slow.
As slow as a snail.
Okay, so she knows people who are as slow as a snail. Okay, okay. Don't worry. Are you as tall as a tree?
I'm not as tall as a tree.
Okay, so she's not as tall as a tree. Okay. Is this room as hot as hell? As hot as hell. Is this room as hot as hell.
Sometimes this room can be hot,
Can be as,
can be as hot as a.
as hot as hell, infierno.
Sometimes this room can be as hot as hell.
Okay, so sometimes this room can be as hot as hell. Are your hands as cold as ice? Are your hands as cold as ice?
No, my hands are not as cold as ice.
Okay, and you can contract, my hands aren't.
My hands aren't as cold as ice.
Okay. Do you know people who are as cold as ice?
Yes, there are people as cold as ice.
Or you can say there are people who are as cold as ice.
There are people who are as cold as ice.
Very good. Okay. Do you know anyone who's as pretty as a picture?
Yes.
A picture.
I know people who are prettier,
Who are as
who are as prettier as a picture.
as pretty as a picture. Who are as pretty.
As pretty as a picture.
And again.
I know people who are as pretty as a picture.
Very good. Okay. Do you know anyone who is as strong as a horse? As strong as a horse.
Yes, I know people who are as strong as a horse.
Excellent. So she knows people who are as strong as a horse, or I know someone who is as strong as a horse. Okay. Do you know anyone who is as stubborn as a mule? ¿Qué significa stubborn?
Cabeza dura.
Okay, and a mule?
Mula.
Okay, so do you know anyone who is as stubborn as a mule?
Yes, I know somebody who is as stubborn as a mule.
Very good. Are you as stubborn as a mule?
Sometimes.
Okay, ask me if I'm sometimes as stubborn as a mule.
Are you sometimes as stubborn as a mule?
Yes, sometimes I'm as stubborn as a mule. Okay. Ask me if the floor is as flat as a pancake. ¿Qué significa pancake?
Panqueque.
Okay, yes. So ask me if the floor is as flat as a pancake.
Is the floor as flat as a pancake?
Okay, yes, it is. The floor is as flat as a pancake. Okay. Ask me if I can run as fast as lightning.
As fast as?
Lightning. From a storm.
Can you walk as?
Can I run?
Can you run as fast as lightning?
No, I can't run as fast as lightning. Do you know any people who are as slow as a snail?
Yes, I know people who are as slow as a snail.
Okay, so do you know any people who are as slow as a snail? Do you know anybody who is as slow as a snail? Okay, I know people who are as slow as a snail. I know someone who is as slow as a snail. Okay, am I as Argentinian as you? Am I as Argentinian as you?
No, you aren't as Argentinian as me.
Very good. Okay, I'm not as Argentinian as Annette. Okay, thank you for watching. Keep practicing as, and see you very soon. Goodbye.
Okay. Class 185 is now over, which means we have only 10 classes left. Only 2 weeks left. We are entering the home stretch. The home stretch, traducido literalmente el tramo. Stretch es estirar, pero es también un trecho, un tramo. El tramo final de la carretera, el tramo final de la pista de atletismo, cuando uno termina la curva y entra en el home stretch. We are entering the home stretch. Only 10 classes left. Don't let your guard down. We still have some work to do, and probably a lot of it is important work. So don't rest on your laurels. No te duermas en los laureles todavía. We say descansar. Don't rest on your laurels. Keep alert, keep your guard up, and keep fighting with English. That's what we need from you. Help us on this. See you tomorrow.